Confession time. Chardonnay has been on speed dial in my house again. And though I got off track because of husband drama, he's been ill and I've been caregiving and it's been stressful, I'm not going to stress. You know what? I'm going to do dry January. So if you've been thinking about a reset, like just starting over and getting off the booze, I don't know, whatever your drink of choice is, but we're going to do dry January, and I got a special free gift for you. But first, let's get real. Dry January should not be intimidating. It should be exciting. How are you going to wake up in the morning clear-headed, not having all like the wine goggles, I call them, after, I drank way too much Chardonnay? Because honestly, dry January shouldn't be about white knuckling all the way through it. It should be like having a reset, and one that actually works. So I'm going to give you some guidelines. So even though this may be trendy for 20-somethings, 30s, 40s, but those of you who are over 50 or over 60, like I am, it's more about, see who I am, who I really am without the alcohol. I've done this before. I've gone 6 months. I've gone 3 months. So this time we're going to do another reset and actually see if I can't start making my New Year goals come true. Oh, I can't wait, really. Now, I've got a whole blog post on this topic, and I'll link that below. But for those of you that don't want to hang around too long, I'm just going to go through really quick what I'm going to go over. You got to start out with knowing your real why. You have to replace the drink, if not the ritual. Now, you can just replace the drink, but we might want to think about a different ritual. Eat real food. Now, I'm not talking about going on any trendy diet right now. It's not the time. Your focus is to clean the slate and become alcohol-free for the month of January. You're going to set standards, not some lofty goals, talking about that diet. Change your self-talk, and you're going to surf the cravings. So, on my blog post, you ought to go check it out. I created an image with my likeness on a surfboard, surfing in a wetsuit. I've never surfed in a day in my life, but AI is really awesome. And it's got like a bunch of like wine glasses in the waves. I mean, it's awesome. You got to go check it out. And you also have to have a plan for the hard moments. Now, I've gone through those. It's surfing the craving wave. And slip-ups does not equal failure. So you have to keep that in mind. So I'm going to go over each section and explain what actually worked for me in the past and what I'm going to use for dry January. So you have to definitely know your why. You have to dig deep. Why do you want to do this? What do you want? Better sleep? I know I did. Do you want more energy? Absolutely. Mental clarity? Yes, please. And maybe you're just wanting to like yourself more without being either drinking or feeling like you have to get over the night before drinking. So write down your why, tape it to your fridge, to the bathroom mirror, anywhere you're going to see it all the time, because that's what you're going to look at when you feel like having another drink. Now, when cravings hit, willpower fails. And that's why you have to have a strong enough why, because it can carry you through that wave. So if you're like me, you had a ritual. If it was 5 o'clock, I had a glass of wine in hand. And I drank until I went to sleep, 9-ish, maybe 10. So between 5 and 10, I was drinking alcohol. So what needs to happen is you either need to change the ritual, what you're going to do between 5 and 9 that doesn't involve alcohol. Maybe you're going to do some yoga or stretching. Maybe you're going to change it up, and instead of having wine with dinner, why don't you get takeout and bring it home so you don't have to go through that ritual all the time? And speaking about replacing, I've got a 5 free recipes of mocktails that can help you get through. So you want to replace the drink. Sometimes a mocktail, which is more like a fancy cocktail you get at a bar or a restaurant, and sometimes that helps because it feels special. Now, I've had my share of mocktails, but since I was just a wine drinker anyway, nothing replaced that. So I wanted to replace just with something else. So I have different healthy sodas I drink. I have a citrus green tea I make, and I have an iced latte ritual every day. So you got to do what's going to work for you, but you need to replace the drink during those specific hours. And sometimes just water doesn't get it. And you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So the free gift is going to be linked below. You can go get that. It's a nice PDF printable. Oh, wait, let me see if I can pull that up and just show you the front of it. So my recorder does not allow me to switch up during recordings, and I don't like to do a whole lot of cutting and editing. So I am going to put up on the screen the front title page of my PDF that you can go grab, and I'll link that below. So another step 3, never go hungry. This is like cravings 101. You cannot allow yourself to be hungry, because especially right around your ritual time. Mine was 5, so if I'm hungry at say 4:30 and I don't want to eat yet, or I've had enough to eat for the day, I really don't want anything else, I would just get wine. Kills the hunger, and there you go. One is never enough. So never be hungry, even if it's just a snack. Make sure you have snack bars. Make sure you have, drinks, protein drinks. Maybe it's yogurt for you. Anything. Just do not go hungry. I wrote a line down. A fed woman makes better decisions. I like that. So step 4 is basically standards beats goals. Of course, your goal is to have a dry January and not drink. However, goals tend to be emotional. So if you set the standard that I am a non-drinker in January, and you repeat that over and over to yourself enough, that becomes your identity. It's not a goal. It's who you are. I'm not having any drinks this month. January is a dry month. Step 5 is pretty simple, but it's not necessarily easy. Because a lot of people always say, well, I'm trying, I'm doing the best I can. Switch that up to, I'm a non-drinker. I don't drink in January. Just simple as that. Change how you talk to yourself. So I talked about surfing the cravings wave. You have to be able to have a different thing to do when you're craving. You need 15 minutes when you want something to drink and do something else. Maybe it is go eat, like we were talking about. Don't go hungry. Maybe it's you just go walk outside. Maybe it's you do some laundry. Maybe it's journaling. I don't know. Whatever it is that works for you, give it 15 minutes. And for me, the craving passed. But I had to know, am I hungry really? Really? Am I hungry? Let's eat. So changes are temporary. Cravings are temporary. But the regret you'll feel lasts so much longer. And you got to remove fear of failure. I tell you what, I am not going to have any drinks starting on New Year's Eve. And why I might suggest that for you is because you're going to be hungover or have some sort of alcohol feelings left over, the residuals, you know them, on January 1. And that is supposed to be your first day as a non-drinker. But if you're drinking the night before, it's going to make it very difficult on January 1. So consider, if you're going to go to a party, you will get through it, I promise, with non-alcoholic drinks. Try bringing a pitcher or thermos if you're going somewhere and making up one of my mocktails in a larger size and share with people. I don't know, but you have to find something to get through New Year's to make sure your first day is easier to get through. So I would highly recommend that. And when you get through January, I promise you, you're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. It's going to be a whole new you at the start. New year, new you. New year, new you. That's what it's going to be. And you're going to feel it tremendously. I promise you. So I encourage you, if you've got your own mocktail ideas, tell me below. I like to hear everybody's ideas on what they do, but don't forget to grab my free 5 mocktail recipes. It's a free PDF. You can print that out. And just know, if you're doing dry January, you are not alone. There's a lot of people out there doing the same thing. And, if this former Chardonnay loyalist can do it, you can do. So stay with me. I'm going to update everything as it goes throughout the month, and I'd love to hear how it's going for you. So as always, I'll see you next time. Love.